since birth. My intestines were very, very weak. I couldn't really digest anything that I ate, so I was dependent on IV nutrition up until I was 28. And then I had a life-changing transplant. I started ballroom dancing. I'm able to feel comfortable and not fret about my illness. So dancing's been this great outlet for me. My name is Emily, and I received an isolated small bowel from MedStar Georgetown Transplant Institute. Since I was about 6, I was on TPN for 10 hours a day, every day. I couldn't really digest anything that I ate. Food was just for fun, but it wasn't for survival. I think I managed it pretty well, but over time, my level of pain was increasing. I had a lot of bowel obstructions. I had a lot of line placements. I had a lot of line infections, especially. So I moved to the DC area a little bit after graduating college, and I just connected with Georgetown because it was recommended to me, just to get my TPN formula and other stuff. And I remember it was the first clinic appointment with Dr. Subramanian, and she's like, "Oh, you need a transplant."
She was found to have a genetic mutation that impacts how her smooth muscle organizes, primarily in her intestine. What the genetic testing enables us to do is to really narrow in on what the disease pathogenesis is and proceed confidently with the recommendation for transplant and have some reassurance that this will be curative.
There's a lot of Facebook groups on transplants and 1 or 2 on intestinal transplants. There were a couple hospitals that came up again and again, and Georgetown was one of them. Dr. Masimoto was one of them. You know, he is well liked and respected by his patients, which is a big deal. So that's what sealed the deal for me, was the high reviews from fellow patients. And it was very complicated surgery, but successful, and fortunately, excellent surgery done by an excellent surgeon. Since my transplant, I've had a lot more freedom, a lot more comfort. I'm not on TPN. I'm eating. I can make plans and do things that I've always wanted to do. There's great freedom in traveling. So Dr. Subramanian is my gastroenterologist, and she's brilliant. She's very good at what she does. She brings like a level of compassion and empathy. A transplant is a serious decision to make. It's not one to be taken lightly, but if it is going to improve your quality of life and how long your life is, it's worth at least looking into. My personal experience with MedStar Georgetown was great dedication, great patient-centered care. But when you're a patient, transplant is a big commitment. I see it like a marriage. I'm in it for better or worse. So far, it's been excellent. I renew my vows.